gon' lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Mean I'm a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go 14. Shotgun.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Zebra. Hey. Gun. Let's go 14. Hey, over here.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
14, run it. 19. Gun. Hey, over here.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Leaves it for Penny, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Tempo, tempo. Go, 14. Hey, hey.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play fake. Kaiser steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, Kaiser. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He skirts by him at the 35. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on first down. There he goes inside the 30. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Off the play fake, Kaiser. This is caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Kaiser now on second down. Stepping, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. 36. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a third down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Gotta go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
14. Gotta go.
Now Wilson throwing on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Gotta go.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round!
A second down throw now for Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's the backup Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gotta go.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Winston. They shakes him off. He's got Kurz. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jameis to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vinny Curry able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson to throw on 2nd down. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Davis. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Dancing to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Ready. Back for the defense. Check. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C.
A first down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. It's time to play. Hey, sub.
Jameis now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast, when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, easy. Check 51, check 51. Gotta go.
Wilson now looking to throw on second down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Tempo. Check three. Hey, over here.
They go play action with Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
A second down throw for Winston. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity. Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. From the gun, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson, off play action. He couldn't quite hold it, got hit, ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure 14 on your big offensive line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This time Wilson will throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Mike Daniels. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Complete outright to Kurz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll escape, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is way up there. He's got to calm himself enough to make an accurate snap.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One last shot now for Winston. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.